Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and this is Intuitive Reading. Today we are back in my basement for another video. This is going to be another book unhaul. So I brought a lot of books into my home during the holidays at Christmas time, which means a lot of books gotta go that I don't have room for anymore. So I'm going to share a few books with you that I am getting rid of, and let's go. So a lot of you have heard me talk about this first series. This is a series that I did really like a few years ago, but since have stopped reading because of content purposes. This is the Land of Stories series. I had the first 4 books in this series. I did read books 1 and 2, and then I DNF'd book 3 late last year. So because of content, I'm not going to continue these books. Just a lot of the magical stuff and some of the characters in it I just didn't really care for, so I am unhauling these books. The next 2 books I'm unhauling are by the same author, and these were from a long time ago. These are books that I had several years ago that I used to get like a book box that had spicy books, and I just read anything and didn't really care about content. But that has since changed. A lot of you guys know that a little more than a year ago now, I started reading like clean and Christian books. That's mainly all I read now. So these I'm getting rid of. They're books by Megan Quinn. So I had The Wedding Game and Runaway Groomsman. And again, these just have spicy content and I really don't want to read them. These next books hurt my heart to get rid of because I really have liked this author in the past, and I really have liked a lot of her books, but some of them have just been a miss for me, and that's okay. I've learned over the years that, you know, I don't have to, for an author that I like a majority of their stuff, I don't have to like everything that they write, and it's okay if there are some books that I don't particularly care for. So I'm getting rid of A Bride in the Bargain by Deanne Gist. And this book I read late this past year, or last year. I read this late last year, and it just kind of fell flat for me. It was okay, but I don't see myself ever rereading it. And then this is also, this is Tiffany Girl by the same author. And this was a huge book, and I really feel like it could have been a lot shorter. The story was okay. Again, it kind of fell flat for me, but this is just one I don't see me reading again. The next book I have is called The Tulip Factory by Casey Davis Idle. This is a book that I read a couple years ago and really enjoyed. However, I have since stopped liking it because this really reminds me of something that would be written by Colleen Hoover. It's like a toxic relationship, and it's a really short book, but I just don't want to keep this. I don't need to reread it. Yeah, so I'm getting rid of this one. The next book I have is called Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Roll, and this is illustrated by Faith Erin Hicks. And this is a graphic novel that was recommended from a secular booktube that I used to, booktube creator that I used to watch. And I was always really curious about it, and I found it really cheap on Book Outlet. And so I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try. This is very autumnal. This has all the autumn vibes. This is about two friends who work in a pumpkin patch during the autumn season. And I did like that aspect of it, that it was very autumnal and everything. But I just don't think I'm going to read this again. There was a same-sex relationship in this, and just for content purposes, I'm just throwing that out there. But I mean, overall, I did enjoy it. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I just don't think I'm going to read this again, and there's no reason for me to keep it. The next book I'm getting rid of is Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is the only book I own in this series. I have heard this talked about all over BookTube, and have heard that it's a really good series, but I've had this book for several years and I've never picked it up. Like, I've never had the desire to pick it up, so I'm just going ahead and getting rid of it. There are so many books in this series, and they're really big books, and I'm sure, like, since it's middle grade, I'm sure it's really quick to get through and everything. But I have heard of, like, recent controversy over the latest book, and I'm just not interested in reading this, so I'm not even going to start it. I'm just getting rid of it. There are so many other series and things that I want to read, and I'm just not investing all the time in it and all of that. So yeah. This next book is called A Passion for Haunted Fashion, and this, I think I got it like Dollar General or something, because I like cozy mysteries, and I thought this would be a cute one. But I'm not into paranormal stuff anymore, really, so I'm just getting rid of this. I don't really think I even want to read it. I've never wanted to pick it up, and so yeah, it's going. This next book is called Warlight, and I'm just not interested in reading this either. This is by Michael Ondaatje. I'm not sure how to say that, but I'm just not interested in reading this. I've never picked it up. So yeah, this is I believe it's a World War II historical fiction, but I read the premise and it just did not capture my attention, so I'm getting rid of that one. This next book is pretty self-explanatory, I think, from the title. This is The Spell Book of Katrina Van Tassel, whatever. A Story of Sleepy Hollow. Now, the story of Sleepy Hollow, like, historically does intrigue me, but again, like, spell book, no thank you. So this is going. And the last book I have is The Journey by Wanda E. Brunsetter. I have enjoyed some of this author's books, and this is an Amish series. This is the Kentucky Brothers series, from the Kentucky Brothers series, and I'm not even sure which book in the series it is, if I'm being honest. But I've had this for years. Again, never wanted to pick it up and read it, so I'm just getting it off my shelves. I actually have met this author in person, and you know, she's really sweet and everything. And again, I have enjoyed some of her series more than others. Some are kind of hit or miss for me, but I'm just getting rid of this one because I'm not interested in reading it. And I have a few more books here. So I have several by Debbie Maycomber. Debbie Macomber is a author that I used to really like, and recently I just haven't really liked a lot of her books. So I'm getting rid of a lot of these that I just really don't think I'll read. So I have Angels at Christmas, Angels at the Table, Angels Everywhere, and Touched by Angels. And then I also have A Timeless Christmas that I'm getting rid of by Alexis Stanton. This one I did read in December, I believe. Yeah, the end of this past year. And it was just okay for me, and I really just don't see myself rereading this, so I'm getting rid of it. The same with Irina's War. This is by James D. Shipman, and this is also one that I read at the end of last year, and it was okay, but I also don't see myself rereading this. So that is all the books that I'm unhauling currently. Thank you for joining me for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.